Hey, Steady Steve, please like and subscribe. Please click on the Deck Heroes icon, click on subscribe. 100% free, brackets, blood in, blood out. Yeah, I'm on a crazy long run. All runs are going to end, you know what I mean? There's also a bit of luck and judgment. Again, nobody is correct 100% of the time. I was definitely wrong on that one Swiatek in the US Open when she lost to, is it Pegula? That was I'm still shocked about that. But overall, as I say, nobody's right all the time. But in the last 7 days, not too bad at all in terms of long run form. Even better, which is great, which I'm obviously happy about. I've got another couple of selections, and I wanted to show you this. And I would not normally log in, but I just want to give you a little bit more background about how I choose a selection. I'm actually predicting that Australia are going to beat England. The thing I look on, and why you've got to go to Betfair if you're going to do anything like little dabble, where it's got the the graphs on the left, you tap on that, and you can look at where the prices have fluctuated. So the price has come down from about 1.78 to where it is now, which means that people are back in Australia. But also, if you look towards the bottom of the screen in terms of the total money spent, 496,000 on Australia on this selection, because if you look at the top of the screen, it's Australia we're talking about. And there's about 11,000 on England. So the strong weight of the money is on Australia. And I also back Australia to win this match. Let's look at the teams. Oh, stupid, annoying little survey thing. And this is going to be a point of view thing. Now, I love Phil Salt. Looking at the England team now, our batsman. He's just too aggressive, though. He's ultra aggressive. That's why he's at the top of the innings. But he's going to be rash. He's going to play those kind of shots. And like when I say those type of shots, rash shots, like aggressive shots to get off to a positive start in the short format cricket. But he's also likely to get out silly. That's it. Just a little bit too ultra aggressive. A bit like they call them sloggers. Listen, he's professional and he's very talented. He's gonna get out silly. I prefer Bairstow, who's also aggressive, but anyway, he's not there. I don't know 1,000 things about Will Jacks, but just look at his form. Yeah, not too bad versus Notts, but it's actually less than a run a ball. I think in brackets it's the balls, and on the left it's the score. So he's not, as they say, he is not pulling up trees, but that's Will Jacks. Jordan Cox. Yeah, there, 141 versus Hampshire. Otherwise, oh yeah, and also there versus LS in the 100. I'm not quite sure what the hell LS, I know it's a UK team, but I don't know a lot about Jordan Cox. But if we contrast that with Australia, I've got Travis Head. This guy, just phenomenal. You got to get him out early if you can. Otherwise, he's going to put on some crazy high score. Just a crazy high score. He's like Salt 2.0, and that's not an insult to Salt. It's just this guy is just infinitely better, Travis Head, in my point of view. Similar with Fraser McGurk. He has tailed off a little bit recently, but again, he has that potential to do some. Well, not recently, but trust me, he does have some potential to be devastatingly awesome, but also ultra aggressive. So maybe he is getting found out now. Maybe he is in a dip in form. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. And obviously, not all these players are necessarily going to play. You got Tim David, who's a established contender. To be honest, not over inspiring form there for him either for a while, but we'll see. And so I don't know who of all these players are necessarily going to play. There, he's got a 90 there, but that's less than a run a ball. Okay, listen. One of the other things I wanted to mention was when you've got two awesome teams, two of the best teams in the world. Of course, on a given day, anybody can win. So I think another element of caution might be see who wins the toss. I'm favouring Australia, so is the money. I probably will go in anyway. But if I was going to be slightly more cautious, I'll see who wins the toss. If whoever you want to win is batting second, you know what I mean, you've got a better chance. Maybe they limit them to an under par score or a par score, and they know exactly what they've got to do to chase, and they can go about it in a more measured way. You know what I mean? So that's another angle to go about it. Josh English, oh man, he's got to play. Look at that kind of performance. Very, very, very strong. Obviously 103 off 49 balls, 27 off 13 balls. That is very strong. Anyway, let's go back to England and the all-rounders. I do like Sam Curran. Very strong in bowling and in batting. Genuine all-rounder. An exceptional player for England. World best. One of the best in the world, sorry. Liam Livingstone. Great recent form there, but again, well, can be hit and miss. But on his day, and this is the strength, again, as I say, of world-class teams. Both us being England and them, Australia, world-class. I just think Australia are a better team. I haven't looked at these guys man for man. And there's some solidity in the rest of the players here on screen. Let's look at Australia. I just love Mitchell Marsh. Again, talented, devastating, powerful, great bowler, great batsman. He's just solid a lot of the time. Form there was sort of dipping off a little bit, but still I love him. I love you. In terms of, in terms of his ability. Same as Stoinis. Can be a little bit of a slow starter, but, bats, bowls to, a world level, incredibly great. Same with Sean Abbott. And I know I'm kind of emphasising more of the Australian players than the British players. It's just because slightly more familiar with some of these names. But Sean Abbott's recent performances are not going to blow anybody away, but he has that potential. Then we go to the bowling. Jofra Archer, world class. Adil Rashid, world class. Reece Topley, world class. Mahmood, recent form, not too bad. I'm not familiar with the others as much. Australia, Zampa, probably the best spinner in the world. Josh Hazelwood, one of the best in the world. Meredith, one of the best in the world. Very, very positive. I'm not 1,000% familiar with Xavier Bartlett, but it'd probably be a mixture of Stoinis in terms of bowling. They could bowl Marchwell Few. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, obviously, where it says all rounder, obviously these guys can bowl, but just thinking what I think is the likely outcome. Anyway, listen, fundamentally, what I think the difference is going to be is that I just think these batsmen here we're going to get out relatively cheaply. Even if they get a few fours or maybe even sixes, I think after they get that shot or a few shots off, if they do, I think it's going to get out. Whereas the Australians are just super aggressive, but also I think the performances are just better. I say with the all-rounders as well. Sam Curran's amazing, but I think the others just Australia is going to have the edge in everything basically, especially if they get through the first six. People like Zampa will just come and turn the screw, but I do like the England bowling. I say again, Archer, Rashid, Topley, world class performers on any stage. That's my recommendation. As a proud Englishman, is still where the money going to be, where we're going to win. It's just about the money, really. So, literally, I think Australia are going to win. After that, my second selection is going to be Barbados Royals in the Caribbean Premier League. Actually, before I go to this, let's quickly look at the points table. Barbados Royals played 2, won 2. ABF, who is the other side, played 6 and only won 2, lost the 4, obviously, by definition. This is another strong. To be honest, I could understand better, and it probably make more kind of gambling sense to ignore the England versus Australia, because they are 2 world-class teams. Much more likely, significantly more likely, that Barbados are going to win this game. And the other team's called Antigua and Barbuda Falcons, ABF. I am much more confident that and again, I'm not guaranteeing anything. And the best thing about, say, going into Betfair is, if you are in Betfair and things are going wrong, maybe the toss, they lose or something like that, and they're batting first, or they're crazy enough to win the toss and bat first, then maybe just let it go. 100% fine. But I think player for player and form, Barbados are just amazing. Quentin de Kock, Powell's not too bad. Hopefully Miller will play. And let's look at the ABF. Billings is obviously world class, but I'm not sure he's in great form. I love Fakhar Zaman. I do. And he's actually been in decent form as well. So listen, I think there's a potential that their batsmen might get them off to a reasonable start. But it's the depth, which is why I think they lose. So yes, I think King's in decent form. Let's have a look. It's not awful. Not awful. Some decent form right at the top of the wicket. Top of the innings. Decent form. And there's going to be others. I just think Barbados are stronger, especially if they know what they're chasing. Look at the all-rounders. This is Barbados. I love Holder. Yeah, that's the only one I really want to single out. I like Wazeem here. Allen's a good performer as well, to be fair, in terms of ABF. Got Chris Green. I've seen him bowl. I watch a lot of cricket. He hasn't done badly. He scored reasonably quickly as well. It's kind of like just a slogger. Again, but I do like Wazeem and maybe Allen to an extent. Maybe more so as a bowler than a batsman. In terms of bowling, start off with Barbados again. Thikshana, Naveen ul Haq, Maharaj, if he plays, Walalage, amazing performers. Amir, very good. I'm not sure he's been on great form though. Let's have a look at his stats. 3 for 24/7, that's pretty good. Actually, 1 for 24 is really good. That's the match I watched, I think, when he was 0 for 45 and 0 for 44. But recent form, okay. TKR, Trinidad, that's a very good team. They perform very well against a team very difficult to perform well against. So maybe, Amir is in good form again. Hayden Walsh, let's have a quick look at him. Not bad. When I say not bad, that's amazing. 0 for 21. 0 for 7, that must be just one over. 0 for 23, very good. So a run of ball is going to be 24 balls in 4 overs, 6 overs, 6 balls and over, 4 overs. So it's going to be, 24 runs would be the average, or run a ball. So to get 23 under a run a ball, amazing. Slightly more expensive there. No wickets for 30, 27. It's actually very, very, very exceptional form. Well done. But I still tip, and again, listen, these are again some of the best players in the world. Not to be, but I just did think that Barbados, and they're at home as well. They're playing in Barbados. It's a strong tip for me. So listen, best of luck to everybody. If you want to have a tipple, it's not compulsory. If you are, then I recommend Betfair. Just because, as I say, you can get out either maximising your profit or minimising a loss. Best of luck to everybody. That is Steve, and I'm out.